Hey, everybody. We finally made it. We were having some technical difficulties. I was trying to do some fancy stuff. And of course, as usual, it screws everything up. We want to welcome you all to another Chewing the Fat with Rollin Picker and KatyTrader. And we have a special guest tonight. So get this, that's Angie, my daughter. You all know Angie. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about anything we found, any sales we had, and then we'll get into any questions you might have for Angie, and then we're going to get into the main topic. If you saw in the title, it's about shipping, whether it's eBay, Poshmark, wherever. Not just shipping as far as the seller goes, but what you expect as a buyer. I would have had Dawn on yesterday, and we would have done the Chewing the Fat Friday, but Dawn's throat was still a little jacked up. So I wanted to give her a little bit of a rest so she get her voice back, and we will get Dawn on, and we'll talk with her when she's feeling better. So before we go on, I want to get into the chat real quick and say hello to Angie, Vintage Treasures. Dia's here. Dawn is here. Glad you could make it, Dawn. Let's see who else. Judgment Care USA, that's Steven. Glad you can make it, brother. Make it you. Welcome again. Glad you could make it. Lynn B, thanks for showing up. Glad you're here. Good to always see you. Hedwig, glad you can make it. Hedwig's here. Jill, glad you can make it too. Good to see you again. And we'll scroll down a little further, keep going. And we know SoGitThis is here. Jada Gypsy's here. Thank you for coming. Uniquely Me, Tracy. And by the way, Tracy, I'll be doing a video soon for the friend mail that you sent me. I haven't forgot. Kathleen is here. Good day from down under. It's our Australia friend. Adina 01 Wolf is here. Turtle Trader. Darlene, glad you can make it. And you too, Turtle Trader. And I think I'm down to the end of the chat. So anyway, I'm glad everybody could make it. As usual, this time James is here again. There was no bike riding, I guess, the holiday. Some of the riding buddies took off to go spend some time with family. There's a lot of travel going on. And if you guys are traveling, make sure you're safe, okay? Because it's going to be crazy out there on the road. Kid Deals More, glad you can make it. Carly Q, glad you can make it. Hi. And so he's here today, and I know I don't know if he's got any updates, if he sold anything or whatever. We'll find out soon. And then, like I say, Angie's here. So first, what we're going to do is we'll start off with James, if he wants to go ahead and tell us what if he found anything or if he sold anything. And if not, then we'll move right on to Angie. So James.
I haven't been doing any kind of searching at all this week. I've just been really busy with the holidays. I got maybe 4 or 5 watchers on some of my eBay stuff, and I just been kind of taking it easy, getting through the holidays and then just hitting it hard for 2019, So that's, I don't have much, so.
Yeah, well, me neither.
I know today you sold a book on Amazon, right? That's your second sale on Amazon. Congratulations. That's awesome.
If you could call it a sale. I mean, I had the return on the first one, and then I ended up selling that I sold that online just through an email, and that one shipped out. That was returned. But the book, I learned a lesson, guys. Let me tell you something about selling on Amazon. Make sure you add the shipping. I did it to all the items that I have in Amazon, except this one book. For some reason, I missed the shipping. So I actually owe money to Amazon after the fees. So it's a lesson learned. I checked the rest of my items and my books that I have on Amazon, and they all have the shipping in place. But just for some reason, I missed that one. So it's a lesson learned. You get kind of in a hurry taking pictures and putting them up, and I know the guys that I watch that talk about Amazon, they're like, you got to pay attention. So with that said, I didn't have any sales. Found a couple of items. I don't know if Angie, because I want to get to Angie, but then I want the whole thing's going to be about Angie. So let me just show you guys some stuff. There's 2 items that I got that came in. Angie's like really excited. She saw them and she's like, "Ooh, can I have? Can I have?" So I'm like, "No," because everybody tells me I need to sell. So let me dig this one out. This is nothing real special. It's a little arbitrage. This is I forgot what the name of the stone is, but it's a cubic zirconium style stone that's man-made. And I don't know if you guys can see that too well. It's in rose gold. And then my pride and joy is are these earrings. They're 10 karat gold, emerald cut, blue and white topaz. And I hope that's focusing right. I took the autofocus. Oh no, the autofocus is on. It should be focusing.
There, right there. Stop.
All right, those right there, guys. Now I'm going to talk to Dwayne during when I'm on an MSP on the 26th of January. I found these beauties. They're genuine. They're real. None of them knockoffs. This is the real deal. And I'm going to talk to Dwayne and see. I know everything starts out at $1, but I can't do $1 on these. So these are going to go into Poshmark, or if he'll let me do I've got to have buy it now. And if he lets me do the buy it now, I can tell you right now, guys, it's going to be at least $275 for these two, for this pair of topaz earrings. If not, I'll just put it on Posh. But and with that said, nothing much going on in Posh, nothing much going on eBay. The recent fiasco with the Amazon, you lesson learned. You live and learn. So with that said, I'd like to turn it over to Angie and let her introduce herself to those that don't know her. And I'll tell you, she's my daughter, and she's got an awesome couple channels, and she's a Posh ambassador. She sells on eBay. She sells from 2 websites that she owns. She sells cutlery, hunting knives and sport knives and killing knives and all kinds of knives. And then the softer side of her, she sells jewelry, and she does pearl parties. And so it's kind of a strange mix, the dainty, and then just don't turn your back on her, because she's got all kinds of knives in this house. I can verify that. So anyway, without further ado, here's my daughter, Angie, also known as SoGitThis.
Hey, y'all. Of course, he said my name several times. So I am Angie. There is a face with the name. If y'all haven't seen any of my videos, SoGitThis is my original YouTube channel. I started in 2013 in November, I believe, doing Dollar Tree hauls, 99-cent hauls, friend mails, freebies, influencer, all that kind of stuff. Then I got into reselling a year ago, actually, and that's where we became SoGitThis Flips with my husband, KatyTrader. But I needed to show some love to SoGitThis because that's my baby. So that's where you'll see SoGitThis a lot instead of SoGitThis Flips. I am I have 2 websites. One is lilliansgifts.com. That is where I do my pearls, things that I cross post. So you'll see oysters there. You'll see pendants that you can put your pearls in. And then, of course, stuff that I sell on eBay. I do have an eBay store. It's Lillian's Gifts. And I am a Posh ambassador on Posh. Again, it's at Lillian's Gifts. And they'll type it in the chat for me because I can't multitask when it comes to this kind of stuff. Let's see. I also have cutlerybarn.com. I am a knife dealer. I do sell some awesome cutlery there. So if you have any females who are into knives or need to buy something for your husband or significant other, guys are welcome to buy the knives there as well. Let's see, what else? I am a mother of a 9-year-old, which y'all know as Liliana, who has a YouTube called Cookieville, which I'm sure a lot of y'all have been watching her videos. And of course, if you hear my yapping dog in the background, you know, this is live. This is the way my life is. So you get it in the full flesh in any of my live videos. And then I do have a couple of items that I did receive on an auction. This is from Cindy Loves Jewelry and from Miss Cindy Levin. And I did buy 2 brooches, so I can go ahead and show you these. I got them in the beginning of the week. I can't remember when I got them in. It's been so hectic around here. Crazy. So I did receive, sorry, I'm doing this on my iPad. I normally don't do video on my iPad. But I got this pretty 4-leaf gold clover. Really pretty. And then the one that I was going for, this one's not marked. So I have JJ. This is the JJ 1986. Now I hear JJ all the time. Very pretty leopard cheetah print. Very gorgeous. That's the one I was actually going for. Because I heard, and then the marking, if I can get it to focus really good. The marking is right here. So I love this pin. I don't know. I might keep it. I don't know. And then she threw this in, and it's a little Christmas tree. It's got a little star with a rhinestone in there, and then it's decorated. Let's see if I can hold. There you go. And there's no marking on that either. So thank you for that freebie. Everybody likes freebies. So other than that, that's it about me. I also am going to start, a lot of y'all keep asking about diamond painting. I am going to be doing lives the beginning of the year. We're just trying to pick a day and a time that everybody can jump in, chat with me live, watch what I'm doing, see the process, how long it takes, things like that, and just get together and chit chat. Hopefully I will have some helpers that can help me read the chat because I won't be able to do that. I'll be focusing more on the diamond painting, which eventually that'll be a new venture with diamond painting auctions and doing customs and things like that. So stay tuned for that because it's actually become a passion of mine and something to put me in a different world and relieve stress and all that stuff. So other than that, that's all I have about me because the show is really not about me. So I will let Rollin Picker go ahead and take over. So,
Well, actually, it is. I wanted to ask you on the SoGitThis channel. You got how many subs you got? Because you were mentioning when you get to 1350, you were going to have a giveaway.
I will definitely have to check. Let me check real quick because I have not. I know I was at when I did say about the what's it called? When I did mention the giveaway, I was at 1,300 subs already. I am at, who knows, we might just have a giveaway pretty soon. I am at 1,306 subscribers. So once I hit 1,350 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. And again, it's going to be an e-gift card because I do, out of the 1,300 subscribers, I do have subscribers that are in other countries. And I want them to go ahead and be able to participate in that. I've done giveaways on my channel before with every milestone that I've hit, and it always had to be US because I would send something out. This time I'm going to walk in my father's footsteps and actually do an e-gift card because I'm blessed to have that many subscribers, and I just don't want it to just be United States. I want it to be like the entire world. So be looking for that in the near future.
Okay. Dawn said, does anybody here sell tasers? I need a really good one just for walking, no drama. We may have one, in a box somewhere in this house. I know we were selling tasers and pepper spray. We had all that. We just got to find it. So, Dawn, if we can find them, we'll send you a taser and some pepper spray. Nathan, Redneckers and Resells, wants to know, why are you arming all these women with knives? Men have to sleep sometime. Any answer for that?
Hey, I protect myself. I don't know about y'all.
And I know Carly says she's doing, oh my God, I'm diamond painting as you speak. Got to get it done for Xmas. So somebody had asked what that was. Dwayne said it's basically like glue by numbers, but I think there's a little more involved in that, isn't it?
It's more like
Echo.
It's more like cross stitching. You have DMC codes with cross stitching, which is the colored string that you use in cross stitching. So it's basically cross stitching by diamonds, resin beads, like square or round. And again, I'll get in more depth with that in my videos and show you, the difference between a round and a square. Preferably, I like round. Square really kind of, it's supposed to be a stress-free hobby. And when I do squares, I get so stressed out because they have to like be even. With rounds, I'm just like, I just go. So, but we'll get into that in the beginning of the year, in the new year.
Okay, do you guys, anybody got, oh, hey, hi, Dwayne, and then hi, Carla, and then hi, Monica. Monica's here. I'm glad you guys could make it.
Yes.
Yeah, Dawn had asked what it was. Dwayne said it's kind of like the gluing, and you straighten that out. Is there any other, they love your Christmas nails.
Oh, well, thank you.
Any other questions for Angie? You guys got any questions for Angie before we get into the main topic? Which I had pictures, but I can't get them to show on the screen. I'm going to have to get with Dwayne and figure out how he did it. James tried helping me. Then we tried doing the mirroring the phone, but I don't have the reflector 2 or 3 or whatever it's called on the phone. So, but wait, you know what? I can show you. Anyway, I guess by holding the phone up. So anyway, we'll be looking for some questions as we go. And until then, oh, hey, Carol's here. Glad you can make it, Carol. Okay, Dwayne has a question for you. Angie, how do you put up with that grumpy old fart? All right, that's not a question.
You're just trying to take a dig. Walk in the room.
Yeah, he's trying to take a dig, man. That's okay. I know the truth is every morning she comes in, she says, Dad, I'm getting ready to go to work. I love you. And then she tries to smother me with the pillow. Or she threatens to roll me out in my wheelchair down Interstate 10 during rush hour. So be watching the news, be looking for Amber Alerts if I ever come up missing. RVA Flips, I believe that's Justin, right? Is that your name? Welcome, man. Welcome to the show tonight. All right. So I forgot about you, Angie. Oh, Lynn says she hasn't forgot about you, Angie. I'll get with you on the pearl necklaces. I didn't know if you could see the chat, Angie.
It's going too fast for me, and I'm like my iPad's here and my thing is here, so I don't want to keep going back and forth because I'll be making myself dizzy, and I don't want to do that.
And apparently, Monica would like to know if you can do a videotape when you throw Dad in the chair, and I suppose that's throwing me around as well. We will probably do that up and set it on Patreon and make you all pay $5 to see it. So, okay. Until I see any questions, basically, to keep from going back and forth, I'm just going to leave it locked on Angie because I'm sure Bella will be video bombing here pretty soon. She's in almost everything. the main subject you saw up there too was about shipping. Whether you're a reseller, $5 well spent. Thank you, Dwayne. These $5 well spent to watch me get thrown around. So the main subject that we wanted to talk about was shipping, and Dawn was supposed to be on Friday, and we were going to do this thing together, but because of her voice, I decided in her throat, let's don't ruin her throat. Let's keep it going, get her well. But I had talked to her about what had happened. And basically, all I'm going to say is this. When you're a seller and you ship, this is my point of view. And you know what? Actually, everybody should be seeing my expressions. So they just don't see the voice. No photo bomb. So here's the deal. As a buyer, you expect one thing, and as a seller, you usually, I would hope, strive to not just sell a good product, but also provide good customer service. And that means the way you ship your products. You display them well, so you should ship them well. And as a buyer, you would expect, that's how I would expect to get it the way that it was displayed in a proper manner. eBay branded shipping supplies are now managed payments, no PayPal. Oh, wow, cool. Thank you for that, Stephen. So the point I'm trying to make is this. There was an auction that I bought something, and I had it sent to Dawn. And you guys saw Dawn's video. When she got it, it was all smashed and it was ruined. And Dawn bought something in that same auction, and when it got here, it was not as it was displayed in the auction. Now, you guys know all who I'm talking about, and I've been conversing with the individual. We kind of got a little tit for tat, and then I guess, he has an attitude, I have an attitude, you know how I am. And that's right. Dawn says, I'm referring to Gate City Pickers. They were on Dwayne's show. I'm not going to delete the comment, Dawn, because I know it was very important to you that you wanted to be on here, but you couldn't talk. So because of that, I'm going to be fair. Now, if, Paul wants to show up and post a comment, or, I'm not trying to backstab him or nothing, but in his email, he said that doing a video doesn't bother him. So, I don't in any means or any way want this to look like I'm backstabbing anybody, because I'm not, because I'm going to show you some pictures. And the only reason I'm doing this too is this was on Dwayne's show. And that sets a direct reflection on Dwayne. And that could hurt Dwayne. And the whole point of what Dwayne's doing and what we do as a community is not to hurt each other. If you're out to just hurt each other, then you shouldn't even be here or shouldn't even be participating. I mean, if that's your main goal, to screw the next person, then, I don't need you as a sub. I don't think you need to be in the community. And I don't think you should even be selling. I mean, but I don't think that was Paul's intention. And I'm not saying it was. Don says, not only was it bad shipping, was also a curated lot. Was just okay. Yeah, what she means by a curated lot on the jewelry, it was they had gone through it, they had handpicked it. Basically, when you guys, Dawn wants to put her link up to that video, if she left it, she can put the link there and you can go see what happened. Yeah, it was basically a bunch of Dollar Tree stuff and some junk jewelry. But that's okay. That's not what the subject's about. The subject is about shipping, and that pertains to me just as much as it pertains to them, as it pertains to Dwayne or Don or Angie or James or any of you that are in chat, or any of you that come afterwards and watch this. This is a teachable moment. This isn't to be slamming anybody. Hey, Des, how's it going? So Dawn did her video, and what happened was I tried contacting. I wanted to give them the opportunity to make it right, and I waited a month for an email, and you know what? It's just as much my fault as it is anybody else's, because when I would go into after show chats on MSP, they would be in there, and I didn't say anything, but I expect them to go, "Hey, Mike, I got your email. I'll email you back, and here's the address." you know, what do you want to do type thing, because that's the way it should have been handled. But it wasn't. It went over a month. A couple more emails were sent out, and even asking for shipping, return address. And because I wasn't expecting a return on the money to Dawn until they get the product back. I mean, that's just common sense. And then he said that he never got any communication from anybody other. And I know for a fact that Dwayne contacted him and asked him for some shipping information so I could do a return. So with that said, let me show you. James got the notice and he went and picked up the box. And this is, I'm gonna have to do it over the phone, guys. So let me know if you can see it. That's how it kind of looked. Tape was spreading. Okay. And then the next one, I got a list of a way to show them. The box had some damage and it was split. So we were a little concerned that somebody might have taken something out of it. And this I'm just showing you is how stuff is shipped that shouldn't be shipped this way. And then another picture. Of course, Bella had to do a photo bomb. That's how loosely this box, it wasn't a very thick box. As you can see, Bella's looking there going, what the heck? Or she was looking for a treat. I don't know, one or the other. And then here's a close-up of the, guys, this is not the way you ship stuff when it's going cross-country. And you see what I'm saying? And that was big enough that James could have stuck his hand in there and started pulling stuff out. And then when we opened the box up, there was one layer of tissue paper or paper, and then one layer of bubble wrap. And this is how everything was in the box. We didn't touch it any further, just loose, dismayed, disheveled, or whatever the word is that you call it. And then the beginning as we were going through each item. Now, when they displayed their items, they looked pristine. They looked cool. I mean, I was like, gosh, I wanted to buy the thing, and then I was getting outbid, and I just let it go, you know. And Dwayne, Don was bidding, and everything looked perfect. And then, you know, as we opened it up and took stuff out, that's one of the game cases, and the game was broke. And then 3 of them, which he said all games were there. Some they tested, some they didn't. 3 DS games are missing. They just had the cases and the covers. So when somebody spends, like Dawn did, with shipping $210, excuse me, you would expect there to be product, and cases were broken. Here's another one. You know, and not all the games were butt pickles. I mean, there were some good games in there. But these are unsellable with the cases the way they're split. And the last one is a little more of a close-up to see the damage on the side there at the corner. So all I'm saying is this, guys, if you're gonna sell, and especially on a channel that's got like 2,000, I don't know, I think Dwayne's got like 2,000 subs or more. You know, there's a reputation of what people are expecting. They're not expecting crap. And they're not expecting stuff to be shipped. You know, and when you get it, it's damaged. Now, I know there was another individual that got something. I didn't speak with her really. I know that there was some damage. I'm leaving that up to her. If she wants to say anything, if she doesn't want to, that's her business. Robin, Pella, I don't know who you are, but thanks for showing up. That's a very good question. Why selling like that? Why? Well, I don't know if it's so much the selling as it's the shipping. It's just a poor packet. And I'm not going to say they're jerks, Robin. That's not fair. They're not jerks. You know, I think that they were like more flea market swap meat sellers. I don't know if they have an eBay store. I don't know if they sell on Etsy or any other place, or if they have their own website. But I couldn't imagine them selling on eBay and getting shipping like that, there'd be constant returns. And here's the deal, and I'll let Angie tell you about it. I bought a bigger, better box, thicker box. We went through almost a whole roll of bubble wrap. I didn't download the pictures. I should have to show you the box. But the box was 48 pounds going back. That's a little ridiculous. And it should, I talked to Dawn. So what I'm going to do, whether Dawn likes it or not, we're going to go ahead. Paul wanted to do a partial return, but I don't want to mess with it anymore. And he said, go ahead and do the video. It doesn't hurt us. So I'm doing the video because we've waited long enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, James and I are going to try to find the games that are missing. We're going to get them in there with the cases. We're going to buy new cases and swap over the artwork and see if we can get it all fixed. He's going to test everything, make sure it works. And then we're going to sell it all. And then I'm going to send Dawn back for $210 because she got ripped off. And that's not right. And I would have done that even if it was any one of you guys that had done that and bought it for me, whether it didn't matter who it is. It's just not right. So, and you're right, Nathan, it does reflect on the seller, but reputation, but it also reflects on Dwayne. Dwayne was the auctioneer. So, it is what it is. Now, I know Angie's got something to say because, my daughter has got a lot of Italian in her, and she's like her is sometimes she's unfiltered. We try to keep it diplomatic, but being Italians, we wave a lot of hands. I'm actually almost sitting on mine to keep from going bonkers and crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Angie and let her tell you what she, how she feels about it and what she went through. So it's all you, Angie.
I'm biting my tongue right now because it's not my channel to begin with, and yeah, I'm very unfiltered, and I tend to throw the F-bomb out there a lot, and this is not my channel, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to keep it PG, just in case there are any kids who are watching. I take pride in my reselling abilities. Yes, I have not been doing it long, but I have shipped for my father for years. And my other website, Cutlery Barn, I've had it for a long time. I have repeat customers. I get comments, shipping impeccable. Nothing came damaged. If something did come damaged, I replace the item and I give them their money back. That's just great customer service. I did repack that box. I made sure that the box was reinforced on all sides because I do know UPS, FedEx, DHL, USPS. I know that they can be rough with our packages, but the way that this package came was no excuse. And trust me, I was throwing out the F-bomb, Dad will tell you, and cussing up a storm. I made sure that my daughter had noise canceling headphones on because she always tells me, watch your language. But I was upset. Um, Especially when they are high priced items that can be resold and you can't resell them because they're broken or the cases are broken. Trust me, I don't want to deal with it. When I repackaged that box, everything was bubble wrapped except for soft items that I knew weren't going to break. The sides were reinforced with styrofoam, the bottom, the top. And I did leave a note in there for Paul and telling him that I actually wanted my shipping refunded because I used my supplies that I use for my packages when I send my packages out, whether it's Poshmark, whether it's eBay, whether it's Amazon, whether it's my websites, whether it's Dad's stores, because I do shipping for everyone in the household. Dad's never had a complaint on my shipping. I ship his items out when he does auctions on MSP, and I have not gotten anything back stating that the shipping was messed up or things were broken or the jewelry was tangled. Um, it just boggles my mind. So when I do get things from people that I buy on auctions, yes, jewelry auctions, definitely, because I don't want to sit here and untangle every piece of jewelry that I need to take pictures for and list. It's a waste of my time. It needs to be ready to go. Only thing I need to do is clean it, take pictures, and list it. Uh, I shouldn't have to buy material. I shouldn't have to buy new cases to resell something that should not be broke in the first place. And I'm so biting my tongue. Sorry. Um, Dad gets repeat buyers. Poshmark. He gets comments or love notes or whatever they call them on the shipping is awesome. I mean, I bubble wrap Crocs for 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 criminy sake. I bubble wrap Crocs. Who does that? They're not going to break, but I don't want them to get any damage on them, so I bubble wrap them. I mean, I take pride in that. Um, I don't know. You either have customer service or you don't. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't have it, then you don't need to be in the business of selling anything. Period. Um, and I guess I take that back into my younger years. I've been in customer service since I was 15. I have no shame on telling you my age. I'm 41. That tells you how long I've been in customer service. And to this day, even at a pet store, I have people telling my manager that I have great customer service. I even pack the bag right. Make sure nothing gets broken or cracked or anything like that. And double bag and everything that needs to be done. So I have a happy customer. Even when I worked at the hospital, I had happy patients. You know, so it just goes to show you that you will get repeat buyers that uh, will come if you give them what they bought, how they see it. It goes from the day you source it to the day it leaves your house. It has all those steps that have to be in there. Um, when this person does another auction, if he does, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna waste my money. I'm not. Um, that's just how I feel about it. I'm not gonna waste my money for getting, pardon my French, a shitty packing job. That's all there is to it. Um, and I do know that Dawn was upset. I haven't seen her videos on the the package that my dad had sent over there. Um, I didn't see the video, but God knows I'm sure I don't need to see the video because I got a shitty packing job on one of the packages. Um, and we're I don't know if you want to say constructive criticism, whether they want to take it. It's a learning experience. It's a learning curve. But if you've been reselling for quite some time, there shouldn't be a learning experience in the first place. You should already know what you're doing. Um, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on about this subject. I can go on and on and on about a lot of other subjects, but today it's about shipping issues. I tell you what, I will actually tell you an awesome packing job that I got. Dad did a jewelry auction for Patty Feb. Um, got the jewelry, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, I was dreading to open the box because of the experience Dad had. But I was like, no, let me do it. So I opened the box. Nothing was tangled, nothing was broken. Everything was individually wrapped in tissue paper. The first jewelry box that I ever received at an MSP auction was Thelma Thrift. impeccable. Y'all were there for that live video. It took me 3 hours to go through every single piece and unwrap it in tissue paper. Nothing broken, nothing missing. It's not that difficult to put some love into something that you have passion in doing. And I will be doing a live, just to let you know, on showing Patty's jewelry that I won at that auction. But it was an awesome packing job. Cindy did an awesome packing job. When I got these items, there are a lot of resellers going on Grumpy. Awesome. I mean, even friend mails that we have gotten. My daughter with friend mails that she's gotten from this community, which she'll be doing a video on that eventually. To a 9-year-old, awesome packing job. And it was crafts. And it was still packed nicely where nothing would get broken. Papers wouldn't get ripped. Ribbons wouldn't get tangled. It's not hard to take an extra few minutes to put some care into shipping your packages. I do it. I do it for my husband. I do it for my father. They call me the shipping queen. You know, I just take care of it. It just needs to look nice and pristine. That's just how it is. I don't know if Thelma heard. Oh, thanks for the shout out. I saw that. But I don't know. I don't know people who've gotten packages from us during MSP. I've never heard anything bad about it. I'm just saying.
Well,
Yes,
I'm glad you mentioned that. I want to read something to you because I'm still way up in the chat. Judgment Care USA is Steven. His name's Steven. Remember when we did the auction in the Harley mystery box?
Yes.
He had bought the Harley mystery box and the jacket and all that stuff. He said, I was very satisfied with the packing Harley and knife stuff I got from a Rollin Picker. Very well packed. Well, brother, I'm going to tell you right now, the woman that's on the screen was the one that packed that. I had nothing to do with it other than I collected the stuff. I sell the stuff. She took it and she packed it. And she packed it as if it was her own. And so those kudos go to Angie for that. I have nothing to do with anything as far as shipping goes. I'm just a buyer. That's all I do. I buy for the websites. What they call the chief merchant buyer, or merchant chief buyer, or whatever. I'm the one that makes the contacts with the companies. I'm the one that sets up the purchasing and buys in bulk. James and Angie do the inventory. They set up their SKUs the way they want them and the way they want to store them in the house or on the shelving or wherever. And then I promote their websites. And then when something sells, James pulls it. Lily usually grabs a bubble mailer if that's what mom wants. The bubble wrap, puts in the paper for mom for the printer to do the packing slip, and then puts the shipping label in. Angie weighs it after it's packed, and it's a family thing. It starts, I buy, they sell, they ship. And that's the three of them are the ones that do it, is where I've got to give the kudos. And I'm glad Angie paid attention when we were working together. First starting her out on eBay, and she saw how, when I was able to do my own shipping, she saw how I did things. Now, I have to admit, the Posh stuff, if you get something from me Posh and it's shipped, I'm not the one that puts the foo-foo frilly bow ribbons on it, okay? I would rather like wrap mine up in brown paper and tie it off with some barbed wire for the guy thing. But Angie puts these bows and ribbons on them. And so that's not me, but you know what? I've gotten, like she said, love notes, 5 stars. I've gotten 1 4-star since I've been selling on there. And it was a miscommunication of some sort. But other than that, you know, Angie does it right. And I'm glad you calmed down a little bit, Sissy, because Dwayne was saying blood pressure. Remember your blood pressure, Angie.
I took my pill last night. I'm okay. I mean, I'll get ready to take it in a few, but I've taken my pill. I'll be okay.
And I see John's here, Nevermore Antiques. That's another guy that does very well. And when we got his, because if you're giving shout outs, I got to give a shout out to John. When I got that video lot and that Christmas gift that I got James, he doesn't know it yet. I think Angie wrapped it up already. It was packed like it would have come from the manufacturer or a distributor. I mean, it was perfect, John. Great packing. I can say, seeing Thelma was in here, that Harley lot that I bought from you, Thelma, impeccably packed. Everything was well sorted. I'm going to give kudos out when you deserve them. Even Dwayne, I mean, you did a great job, and I want you to thank your husband for throwing in that knife. I am going to be doing the friend mail thing, and I'm going to show the knife. Thelma's husband threw in a knife for me. I really appreciate it. He knows I'm a collector, and those are two great people there. You need to go over and subscribe to Thelma, watch her videos, and you need to buy stuff from her because you're going to get it right. I got to mention Dwayne. Dwayne did an auction. I think it was when Heather was having the gallbladder surgery or something. I think it was. Anyway, he was selling some like massive box full of jewelry. And even though he showed the box and it was the way he packed it, Mama Chelly went through it with ease. There was no tangles, nothing broken. You know, Dwayne knows how to ship. I don't see anybody else in here that I've bought anything else from. Hey, Mike, the Crazy Card's in here. And I do have to read one comment from Ansley from Mother's Mustache. She says, Rollin Picker gifted to me out of the kindness of his heart items from at Just Sandy auction on 11/12/2018. I did get a response from her on 12/12 saying something would be mailed out that day. Still no. Now, I'm not stabbing Sandy in the back, but this is the issue we're talking about, guys. This is more about Gate City Picker, but it's even within the community. You got to get on your game. You know, everybody talks about fourth quarter. My sales are down and all, and this and that. You know what? One buyer can have a bad experience from somebody else and make it be even leery to buy from you because they're going to think, well, is the next guy or gal going to screw me? You know, and that affects all of us, whether we sold them anything or not. That's how they're going to think. So, you know, I don't care who you are, you know, you guys need to step it up. Now, Dawn did want me to read one thing. Well, I got to read this other one from, got one bad, got to have one good. She says, Mother's Mustache said, Rollin Picker, thank you. I received my beautiful necklace that you gifted me from Bougie Bear Vintage. That's another one, guys. April, I received items from April. Shipped, like, I don't have to do anything. And knowing my hands are bad, I don't have to untangle anything. I don't have to have Angie come in. Only thing I have Angie do is she has to work the knife because I have a tendency to drop sharp objects now. So Angie cuts open the boxes, cuts open the envelopes, and then she just hands them to me and I go through them. And she said it was mailed appropriately and quickly with a very sweet card and thank you. Well, thank you again, Mike. Well, you know what, Ansley? You deserved the gift, and I knew that what we got you was gonna work great. You know, another one is I know Carol's in here, bargain shopping. I know Angie will say that. We've gotten gift mail from her. I've bought products from her. When it comes, man, it's like you can go through it in like 5 minutes, but it takes you longer because you're just looking at everything and admiring it. But it's like the unpacking is, you know, it's good. To answer your question from sellers, yes.
Is there a way to put it on you? Because I still see myself. I know they don't need to be seeing this mug all the time.
Well, I was going to let you go back and talk about the thing. Now, Dawn did say something in here, guys, that I want to let you know. She did try to use it as a constructive criticism, like Angie had said. I was hoping for a little more like response, but he wanted, before he would do a refund for Dawn, he would have send me my refund for the jewelry. He wanted to send it back, and he wanted her to do a video exonerating them, saying that they were working with it, but you know that was up to Dawn whether she wanted to or not. Like I say, this isn't Dawn's right. Respect it or do not sell it. I mean, that is. That's very well said. Steven says here, my big mystery box of jewelry, 21 to 22 pound, took 9 hours to separate and untangle everything. Not a complaint, just the way it goes. Yeah, sometimes that's how people pack the jewelry, You mean that's not what Mike calls you, Angie? I call her Sissy. Oh, are you talking about the other stuff? Potential serial killer? That box could survive an earthquake and a highway wreck. I don't know whose box you're talking about, Steve. Let me go roll down here real quick because I do want to show you a couple more pictures. I was able to pull them up. Oh, Carla says, yes, I accidentally shipped something to myself instead of someone who bought from my pop-up shop. Felt so dumb. Man, I'll tell you what, Carla, if I could get a nickel for every shipment thing I screwed up, sending it to the wrong person, I wouldn't have to work again. So that's just what happens. The Harley lot box. Yeah. It was set. It would have taken an earthquake. Now, this is just, you guys remember the picture, how you saw the box was all with the Guitar Hero guitar laying across the top and everything was. In this one, the only thing you can tell is the game is the guitar and it's wrapped. Oh, hang on. My fat fingers. Let me go back. I want to show you guys. I want to show you what Angie did because it was beautifully packed.
Work them fingers.
I'm working them, and I'm going to work them with Buc-ee's tonight. Yes, Dwayne, we're having Buc-ee's, baby. And I'm going to be working it on a ham sandwich. That is the inside of the box. Everything is wrapped in bubble wrap, and you can just make out the guitar. It's a long black thing. Okay, and then this was before she closed it up. I know she added more bubble wrap. That's the top of the box, and I know how much bubble wrap's in there. We used almost the entire roll to make sure that he was going to get it back and usable so that he could sell, so that he could resell the items or do whatever he wanted. But like I said, miscommunication and this and that, and one thing led to another, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell the stuff and then send Dawn her payment. So yeah, Dawn says, I'm sorry, I'm sad those sellers ended up as arrogant as they did, honestly. Well, like I said, guys, part of it's my fault too, because I was in the after show chat. I could have said something, but I was just going to see if they were going to say anything first. And then one thing led to another, and I'm not even going to use my going to doctor's appointments and stuff as an excuse. I could have done a lot better job of communicating. But then as I ramped it up toward the end, there was still no reply. And I know Dwayne didn't get a reply. Hey, Rebecca's here, my cozy nest. Hello, and Merry Christmas to you too. Friends and family. You know what? I think they sent me a receipt. Or an invoice. I'm not sure. Des asked a good question about, was this through friends and family or goods and services? Sorry, came in late. You know what, guys? That's why I just, on the auctions, unless somebody's gonna let me go goods and services and write down what it is. Like, thank you for all the video games, and thank you for the video games and this and that. I'm just going to ask people from now on, if at the MSP auction, Dwayne's going to ask them if they'll do an invoice. Yeah, because that's the only way I'm going to buy. I won't be buying anymore unless I can get an invoice. So, because with friends and family and the way everybody abuses it now, you have no recourse. You can't get your money back. You have to count on that person to be trustworthy enough to say, okay, I'll send you your money back. And chances are they've already spent the money, or the money's been tied up, or they just don't give a damn. And I would hope that it's not that they don't give a damn. I hope that it would be like, yeah, you know what, I was wrong, and I hope they keep impeccable records so they know who bought what. So I'm telling you all right now, if you end up on the MSP show and you're expecting friends and family, you won't see me bidding. I won't even be bidding to have fun and drive you people crazy like I normally do. I won't even do that. That means your items are going to go low. Because usually when I bid, I'm in it to win it. You know, I'm not in it to lose. Though I do lose a few. I don't win them all. I try, but that's just how it is, you know. So Des says I won't buy unless goods and services anymore, with the exception of one or two sellers I bought from several times. You know what, guys? The friends and family. You know what that's for? You know, like when Dwayne was here, say he bought Whataburger, which he did, and I say, hey, you know what, Dwayne? Thanks for buying lunch, and I send him $20 because he bought the lunch. That's what that's for. Or you know, thanks for the taking us to the movies, and you return the favor. It's not to pay. It's not to pay for the goods. So I would hope sellers here would decide, let's don't do the friends and family anymore. Because if you start screwing PayPal over and they catch it, they're going to screw you over. And when that happens, if you're like me and I got multiple websites that count on PayPal, that's my merchant account, I'm not going to sacrifice it just so you guys can save, or anybody can save a few cents on fees. It's just not going to work. And I don't mean to sound mean, nasty, or critical, or the curmudgeon, or the nasty old man, or whatever, you know. It's just, that's facts, guys. It's life, man. Let's start 2019 out. You know, it's coming fast. Let's start 2019 out the way that we would really want it to be. Let's be successful. Let's look for good products. Let's sell a good product. Let's ship well. And just send out a damn invoice. Don't squabble or quibble over a few pennies on fees for friends and family. You know, Dawn's right. No friends and family. That's tax evasion. She's right. And I'm sure I've heard it from Immortal Dia many times. You know, that's fraudulent. That can be a federal offense if they push it. And I don't know about you guys. I'm not old enough to not give a damn about going to jail. I mean, if I was like 90 and they wanted to throw me in jail, what would I care? I ain't got much time to go anyway. But, you know, I'm thinking about you guys. You know, a lot of you got kids you got to feed. You got mortgages. You got car payments. You got light bills. You got all this stuff, you know. You know, and you should be doing it on the up and up. To be clear, I spoke up to the seller, but I regret not letting Dwayne know. What was that about? What was that about, Ansley? Yeah, Dawn. Dawn's right. You know, she's saying this to Ansley, but I'm going to say this also to everybody out there. She said to Ansley, I hope I never disappoint you. You would have told me, though. I know that Ansley or anybody would have said something. I hope to never disappoint you guys because I've got another auction coming up on the 26th. I think I may be doing a little jewelry auction Friday, this coming Friday. I'm working on it with a few people, so I'm going to have some good stuff. And I don't want to disappoint. Dwayne makes a good point here. Oh, wait. Des says, let me read this real quick. Des says, and if there's a seller who hasn't fulfilled their orders, contact them repeatedly. You know what? I tried, and then I finally gave up, and I should have just been more persistent. And Dwayne says, and please, anyone that has an issue on my auction, please let me know. You know what? The MSP auction started out small, guys. There were people that told Dwayne, this stuff's never going to work. Nobody's going to come and want to buy stuff. And look at where it's at over a year and a half. I've got stuff upstairs. I got stuff in the garage. I got stuff in this bedroom, stuff in the living room. That's the front office. The boxes from a year and a half ago that I haven't opened up. And I know that's terrible. I got stuff I haven't opened up from MSP auction. So even if it was damaged, there's nothing I could say because I didn't open it up. But I'm trusting the people that I bought from. And, you know, Dwayne trusts the ones that come on. If I don't know if he's going to have new people coming on, fill out something and go, hey, you know, how do you ship? You know, maybe ship him an egg that's not hard boiled and see if it comes damaged. Carly Q says it's hard being in Canada. I've been nabbed with huge custom bills after purchases I buy. If I am really in love with something, unfortunately, I'd love to buy more. You know what? And that's a shame. And Carly, I wish I could sell you all kinds of cool stuff or anything you wanted, and I would. But the thing is this: I've sold to a lot of people in Canada before that wanted me to falsify the customs forms, and as a seller, that's a federal offense, man. falsifying a postal form. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So for the sake of $20, or you sell $30, $40 or $50 worth of items, and the sake for them to not wanting to get hit with duty and custom fees and value added tax, and they don't accept the shipment, it's just not worth it. I'd rather have them not buy if they're that concerned about the value added tax, because that's their country, guys. That's the other international countries. That's not the U.S. Because I know I bought stuff from Jory, Good Used Goods. The stuff came. I didn't pay no duty and value added tax. And when his stuff came, that's another guy. When that video box came, and when he sent the maple syrup, that stuff was like perfect. And that's coming from Canada. So, and you know what? Thelma makes a good point. I've made my share of shipping mistakes, but the point is to learn from them. That's it. And that's all this was with Gate City Pickers. It was supposed to be a teaching moment, to take some constructive criticism. And the only thing that I got to say about that is, hey, Patty, is, oh, well, wait, before I do that, Dawn says the MSP auction literally saved my life. In a way, my depression was huge and I met new friends. You know what? That's a good point, because I don't think she was buying at the time when she first came in. And it was just chatting and meeting friends, you know. Josie says that she refunds the Canadians when they ask her to put gift on the package. That's a smart move. Carla says, I've never been asked to gift internationally. I hope you all look at the prohibitions and restrictions before mailing internationally too. That's a good point. Rebecca, my cozy nest says, I just got a package of jewelry thrown in a bag that I am not spending the time to untangle. Very disappointed, but not saying anything. Don't want problems. You know what? If that was from somebody that you know that you bought from, you should say something, Rebecca, because they'll never learn. And then it's going to be up to the next person. And if the next person doesn't want to say anything, they're going to keep thinking they're doing it the right way when really they're doing it the wrong way. And that's, like I said, there was another individual that got their stuff smashed or crushed, and they don't want to say anything. If they don't want to say it because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or cause waves, that's their business. But I don't want it to happen to anybody else. That's why I spoke out tonight, and that's why Dawn did her video. But man, people, don't worry about disappointing people. You bought it from them. You expected a certain way, and if it didn't come that way and you don't say something, then guess what? They're going to keep doing it, thinking, oh, well, I'm doing good. Deb's Treasure, Rollin Picker, they pay those taxes on goods and get free medical. They probably do. I don't know too much about what goes on up there. Okay, Ansley, guess what she's talking about? She said, just so everyone knows, the seller is someone that's not among us much anymore. I have no idea who that is, and that's okay. Patty says, I met a lot of people here and made lots of friends, and that's true. And I bought some stuff from Patty, and when it came, it was the same way, individually wrapped. I mean, you know, Ziff, she says that I received a wonderful package from Princess Casserole. See, so that tells me that Carla, she ships good, you know. Let's see, we're going to go run through this, and then we're probably going to wrap this up. I know there's no MSP auction tonight, so I don't know if anybody's going to go live. I don't know if anybody's going to do anything.
You should mukbang your Buckies.
I'm going to mukbang my Buckies.
You do know I have.
Oh, wow. Rebecca says, yeah, I did that once and had bad transactions. And what I got by going to the seller was live chats done about me. Much of you here know, not MSP. Well, you know what? No, here's the deal, Rebecca. If anybody knows you and knows how you are, they won't pay attention to that. You know, now, if people watching this want to think, oh, well, you know, Mike, you're a jerk, you're this and that, that's fine. You don't know me. I mean, I would hope you'd know me by now. All all the time that I've been on here and the MSP and I've been around, but if you know that you were in the right, who cares? Who cares if they go and they try to spread the poison? And that's another thing. Just over the selling and over the videos, guys, there's so much poison going on around here. It's got to stop. Yeah, CC, I agree. If it was something I shipped, I would want to know. CC's another one. She shipped me some, we did an email buy, and she sent me some, I think they call them Lamode. They're vintage cuff links and tie tack, and then there's some other tie tacks in there. And they all came individual. Angie opened that up. She was thinking, did this come from Patty? And I'm like, no, that's CC. Because CC did the same thing. She took care in doing it. And, now I expect when I buy from CC that it's going to come perfect. Because I'm used to getting it that way. Like Angie's going to expect it to be perfect from Patty. Yeah, because what she got from Patty, she'll go back and she'll buy from Patty. Or we go back and you buy from Thelma. Or that's why at this last MSP auction for the year, y'all didn't get to buy much because I was not going to be denied the last buy-in from Barb and Carol because I know their products and I know how they ship. And everything I bought is resellable. This is how it works, guys. This is how you're supposed to do it. So I hope Gate City Pickers doesn't take offense to any of this. I hope they look at it as a teaching moment like we would hope they do. Judgment Care USA said stuff from Casey, Geisha Treasures, was perfectly packaged. I mean, it looks like we can run down the list here. Maybe one or two bad apples from experiences, but everybody here seems to have their game on. You're right, Ansel. I can't believe it's 2019. I can't even believe I made it this long. Without being smothered by a pillow or thrown out into the middle, or thrown out in the middle of the freeway and run over by a Greyhound bus or something. But if they were pushing me on the way to go get some Buc-ee's, it'd be worth the challenge. But Velvet Sunflowers here. I think I saw Mama here, and I know Darlene's here. I'm trying to stay up with the chat.
I want to address something that Dawn had mentioned. She said there has been a lot of, I wouldn't say evil. I'm not going to say evil because, maybe it is. Maybe it does. There have been a lot of negative people in the reselling community. I'm a very positive person. Yeah, I can get testy and nasty here and there, but I want my channel to have positive people on it, and that's why I say if I don't know how to put it because I don't want to sound mean and cruel, but like Dad said, if I am not your cup of tea and you don't think that I'm not going to say policy and procedures because now I sound like I'm at work. Don't like my attitude, don't like how I treat my dad, certain things like that, then I rather not have people sub to me. I'm very like y'all said, I'm very outspoken. I'm very unfiltered. I don't edit my videos. I say what's on my mind. I get spiritual on my channel sometimes. I say as well a lot. Or, because like I said, I've been on YouTube prior to reselling and I've had nasty comments and rude comments. People, telling me that I need to get rid of my mustache or I need to shave my eyebrow or things like that. And you know what? If people want to be like that, I block them. They don't need to comment. They don't need to say anything. I like positive people. That's just the way I am. And that's what brought me to this reselling community, period. First, it was Dwayne. He likes to have a good time. He's very positive. He's outgoing. He's himself. And that's what drew me into the community. And then I met all these wonderful people that now I have friends on Facebook, and we lift each other's spirits up and when people need it, and we don't tear each other down. That's just, there's so much in that world going on. Um, and we just need to be there for each other, period. Um, I don't know. I just don't like the evilness. I think it's terrible. It makes me want to just put anointing oil on everybody and lay my hands on y'all and be done with it. And everything just flies out your body and we're all good and happy. We need to be happy. Unless dad makes me mad and then I do push him down I-10. He might end up in y'all's county somewhere.
Right on. Just make sure you push me through the drive-thru at Whataburger. In all fairness, Judge Pinkara USA, I got to read his comment. He says, on average, my stuff from Paul and Candace, the Gate City Pickers, was acceptable. So I guess that's the shipping, but he says it's just less value than I'd hoped. Okay, sometimes, guys, cameras don't do justice. Like I say, it's not to pick because we've all got faults. I know I've probably done some pretty bad stuff. But, with that, if you're going to sell on MSP, I'm going to say before I end this, because there's no auction tonight. I know you guys are going to be doing some stuff probably and getting ready for the Christmas and all that. But, what I'm going to say is, I know Angie's freaking out. It's on her. What I'm going to say is this, if whatever you do on eBay, Etsy, that's your business there, okay? Because you're with a different clientele. But if you're going to sell on the MSP auction, make sure you're playing your A game, okay? Because trust me, Dwayne will hear about it, and I'm sure it wouldn't be just me; it'd be anybody. And remember, he's got a larger set of eyes looking at your stuff, and if they decide, wow, man, I bought once and it was crappy, I'm not coming back. That hurts his dream. His dream was to do this thing, to bring resellers together, to move some of our junkage, to make some cashola, to make some money and move some stuff that wasn't moving, and maybe giving somebody else a chance to buy some stuff that they couldn't get and try to see if they could move it. Then if they couldn't move it, then maybe they come back on MSP. And it's like Dwayne says about the jewelry. It just seems to be recycled. It gets moved around. It goes from reseller to reseller to reseller. I mean, there's stuff that I've bought. I know that I have sold, and I probably bought it back. And that's just the way it works. But the thing is it's not just your reputation, but it's somebody else's too. It's Dwayne and Heather's reputation. And like he says in here, he says, all in all, if I have pissed you off or hurt your feelings or did a poor packaging job, please let me know. That's the thing. Let them know. Let anybody know. Don't let them think, they got it. It's all right. We had just 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5. Hey, that's a pretty good average. The other 3. But, maybe if it was 3 out of 5, they would have thought, okay, we've got a problem. So I know James does I think he does ship the taco sauces when he sells them on Amazon. He does pack that himself, but Angie does everything else. So, we're lucky. Do you guys have any other questions or any comments you want read? Anything you want to be saying here?
There's a lot of comments going up. I just can't read them fast enough.
Guys, before we go, there's some new people that were in here. If you've got a YouTube channel, go ahead and put it up. If you've got a Posh Closet or you've got a website or you sell on eBay, put your link up here so that the new people that I saw some new names in here that I know have just subbed, probably, I hope they've subbed to me. They probably don't know a lot of you guys. So let's do this. Kim Webster says Thelma wrapped all 100 brooches so nicely and shipped in a great caboodles box. My daughter wants. Thanks, Thelma.
You know, and I like Fashion Reclaim's comment. It also reflects on other sellers because it just takes one bad experience to drive away buyers and word of mouth. And that's how it is in these big box stores. I mean, not so much Walmart or the boutiques, like the mom and pop stores. You have
Mm-hmm.
one bad experience, all it takes is one no and your business can drop. That's the business ethic and customer service ethic that's been with me since 1994.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I worked with plus size women. I worked in a plus size woman clothing store. And let me tell you, they had more respect to me telling them that they did not look good in an outfit, but they looked good in this outfit. And they came back every other week and spent $300 with me. And I made commission because of that. So, one bad experience, and just imagine if you were just making commission on top of that, how your commission sales would be crappy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, Dawn was supposed to do this with me on Friday, but because of her voice, it was going. And I'm going to read her comments because I owe it to her, because she was supposed to be here. But I'm going to clean it up, okay, Dawn? Mike, Gate City Pickers could give a poop less. Zero selling ethic. Now, the only thing I have to say about that, maybe so, but if they sell at flea market, I'm not saying this is all flea marketers, because I used to sell out at the Niles Farmers Market out in Roseville. And we had an undercover booth and glass cabinets, and it was well displayed and it was proper looking. And the outside vendors kind of just threw stuff up there. And usually when guys would buy a knife from them, they'd come up after the next weekend. They'd come up and go, well, I bought that same knife from that guy, but it broke already. What do you do with yours? And I said, well, I don't know about him, but you buy that knife from me, the same knife, as long as you don't use it for a screwdriver, a pry bar, or a hammer, I'll give you a 30-day warranty on it if you use it as a knife. And if it fails inside that 30 days, I'll give you another one until you get one. And you can tell if they're abusing it, if they've been throwing it in the dirt. You want to throw a knife, you buy throwing knives. And I used to get a lot of business that way because the other flea marketers didn't care. It was just looking for the buck and to move on. Now, I don't know if that's where they sell. I don't know. I don't know if they do that or swap meets. Maybe the mentality is different for some that aren't selling always online. So, like I said, I had to give Dawn her voice, and that brought me back to to that subject. And
that's another reason why I came on tonight. Normally you don't see me on chewing the fat, is because I needed to be the voice for Don. I needed to say something because I was here and saw it firsthand. So, you know, I am Don's voice. I'm not sick, and I didn't get sick when Dad got sick. So I was pumping some vitamin C. So I'm here for Dawn.
yeah, she's the representative, Dawn representative. So I know that Angie's check will be in the mail for standing in doing her stunt double stuff, being Dawn's stunt double. Dwayne says this will make a difference to someone else. You never know how far your voice will reach. And that's true. And I just hope that, it's a teachable moment. Video's gone kind of long, but I hope that, like he says, anybody that comes along sees it, watches it, and goes, hey, you know what? I'm going to avoid a mistake. And I hope the person that follows that and takes this advice that they're seeing in the chat and what they're hearing here, man, I hope they make $100,000 a year. I don't begrudge anybody for the living they make or how much they make or make fun of them for how little they make and all. I mean, the whole point is we're here to support each other, and I hope you make that $50,000 you want a year. If you want to make $100,000, then cool, all the way. So I hope that people learn, you know, and I want to thank you guys for letting me go ahead and do this video like this and get Angie to come in and represent, you know, Dawn, to speak on Dawn's behalf. And hold on.
Everybody, Princess Casserole's like, anyone want a group live later then? No MSA, no MSP. I can't even.
Well, maybe Dwayne will do a live. Maybe Dwayne will do a live. What about it, Dwayne?
Yeah,
You're gonna
Dwayne, do a live.
You're gonna do a live so Carla doesn't stroke out.
We're all gonna have like MSP withdrawals.
Well, y'all can go in the after chat. I'm gonna eat Buc-ee's. That'll
Who
take
says
care of
we
my
can't
finish.
have an after show and eat Buc-ee's? We just don't have to like eat in front of them.
MSP would judgment and MSP
Yeah.
withdrawal. Dwayne, do it. I'll hop in. That's Princess. Cause that's Carla. So, well, thank you, Julie. I try to keep it positive, and it is a difficult topic. I mean, it's like, you know, like ripping a bandage off. It does, you know, it doesn't feel good.
He needs to get. Why, Dad's
Dude,
not dressed?
dude, am I ever dressed? Come on, man. Throw a towel over you and turn it on. Dwayne, anybody want to see that? Yeah, you bet. You don't. Tracy's right. You don't need pants. Hell, Dwayne, I don't wear pants.
I'm not even going there.
Come on, man. Yeah, MSP feed. Yeah, your peeps want to support you in a chat,
whether you're naked or not.
Carly Q says, I speak just as a customer as I don't sell. Packing is important. Thank you, Carly. You get it. See, she gets it. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's why I said it's for buyers. And this was for buyers and sellers, because I hear a lot of people, and I know that a lot of people do this. They used to say, I don't give feedback on eBay until the buyer gives feedback. Then I know the transaction is truly finished because they receive their item and they're happy. Well, you know, the job is never done until the customer tells you, hey, job well done. Carly cleaned it up. She said F pants. So I don't know if those are like jams or parachute pants. Is that a special kind of pants, Carla? And Mike's saying, no, whether naked or not. Now, you know, judgment, Steve's got a good idea. He says, I mark my packages where to open. You know, because sometimes you could open it up from the bottom, you get in a hurry, and you just open it, and the next thing you know, everything is spilling out the other way.
I need to say thank you to, Dawn said thank you, and I'll just tell her, you're welcome, sweetheart. Anything for you, Miss Dawn.
Dwayne says, I think those are crotchless pants, Mike. So Carla wants you to wear a thong? Oh, Angie just threw up in her mouth.
No. Oh my gosh.
All right. I think who likes, okay, Carla,
Darlene, everybody booty shorts.
She says, who likes pants? So everybody raise your hands if you like pants.
Nobody's raising their hands.
How many of you raised your hands when I said that? All right. Well, guys, I don't know if Dwayne's going to do it after show thingy. If he doesn't, we may go ahead and fire one up. I don't know. I'll have to talk with my minions and see what they say.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Dwayne says he may go. Dwayne says he may go on in a little bit. Hi, Shamrock Pixie. And Darlene says Casey loves his shorts. He's always wearing shorts. Please do one. Yep, and Jill's already jonesing. Yes, someone please do one. So we haven't even ended this show, and Jill's already going into withdrawal. And Carla says, "Lovely snort, Angie."
I'm telling you, I'm real. I don't care. All my body sounds, although that does sound really bad.
Yeah, that didn't sound right. You want one more shot? You want to take one more shot at rephrasing that? You want to take one more shot at rephrasing that so it doesn't sound bad?
Oh, sorry. Like I said, I'm just me. That's just the way I am. I can't hold it back.
All right, and Dwayne goes, "It's cold in my basement. Shrinkage."
Oh my goodness. Leave it to Dwayne.
Patty says, "All my body sounds." I don't even want to know what that means.
That's like when James got out of the chair earlier. All his bones, like he cracked from like head to toe. Like I'm like, seriously?
Funny.
Hey, E's here. Good evening, E. Glad you could make it. You're coming toward the end. We're all trying to convince Dwayne to go on and do an after show wearing this thong that Carla wants him to wear
We all have the giggles.
in his basement. In his basement, even though he gets shrinkage in the basement. So I don't know.
Now I know what I'm going to send Dwayne as a gag gift. I'm going to see if I can find him.
A thong that says "Home of the Big Whataburger."
No.
Home of the Buckies.
Home of the big bucks.
Dwayne needs fur boxer briefs. You know, some of this is better than what we talked about. Jill, I'm out in the garage with a heater on me, a blanket, long underwear, and my dog on my lap. The Truth has one last question. What is the question, Truth? By the way, guys, I've been over to the Truth channel. You need to go check them out. Before we get to that, Princess Casual says, my husband was rubbing his eyeballs, and I was like, that sounds gross. And he said, what? Wait, you can hear that? He thought he just heard it in his head, and I couldn't hear it. Oh, my God, that's crazy. That's cray-cray, man.
Oh, my gosh.
So his eyeball, is that the sound of it popping or the squishing sound as it moves around in the eye socket? Because, you know, you guys, sometimes you probably make sounds and you think, no, nobody hears that. And then all of a sudden they're like, you know, does somebody need to say, excuse me? Type thing.
Don, home of the small fry.
Okay, can you explain the meaning of life? The long version, it helps me list. No, Truth, the meaning of life, I don't know the answer to that. I can tell you that just play this show back and you'll be able to list, and I hope it helps you with your shipping. Yeah, go check him out too, okay? Anybody else before we go want to get their channel up there real quick? So people can go
Posh
look.
Stores or whatever.
Yeah, whatever and your Posh Stores, your channels, get your links up there. We'll give you about 5 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And then, Dwayne, any idea when you might be going on?
Yeah, just put his thong on first.
Best wishes to you, the Truth, and like everybody's been posting up here, man. You guys, Merry Christmas. You know, it's coming up, and so Jill wants us to watch her video. Is that the one on the flea market? So Princess Casserole, that's her name on Etsy, Posh, and YouTube. The bargain effect on Poshmark for the Shamrock Pixie. Dwayne was watching Jill's video before we came live. Any one of the mods want to click on My Cozy Nest and put her channel up for her, please? You know what? And Dia's got a good point. Take better photos. Dia has got this great video about how she takes these pictures, just the regular ones with the white background, and then these ones that look like they're floating. You guys get on over there. Go check out Dia's videos on how to do those pictures with just a little bit of effort, not a whole lot of money. I mean, it's almost nothing to better your game on your pictures. I know some people don't think pictures matter, and I'm going to ignore that comment, Dwayne, because I know that it's not ugly. My flag, he's talking about my flag behind me. That's okay. Utah, what? You got a basketball team? I don't even know how they're doing.
Utah Jazz.
Nobody can hear you. You're on mute.
That's the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I know that. I was putting a stick in his eye.
Was he rubbing his eyeballs too?
I guess he was making a sound, but I guess because of shrinkage. Let's see. Dia did say, and it was a good post. No cheap. Can't buy what they can't see. So if you rush through your photos, they look at it, they may go on to the next person who has the same thing, but has a better photo. And I know next year I'm going to be doing all my photos over, and I'm going to fix the ones that I've got. And we're just going to do that. Oh, by the way, I did see the thing up here before we go. CC says, sub, comment on last video to register for giveaway on Wednesday, auction that night. Okay, so you go over to CC's channel. You'll see the last video she did is the one where she shows the handmade pieces that she did that's for the giveaway for her 100 subs. So all you got to do in that video is make a comment and make sure you subscribe to her. And then this coming Wednesday, I think it is, she's doing an auction the day after Christmas, and that's when she's having the giveaway. So you guys want to make sure you get in on that. Steven says that good picks add 10 to 30% on pricing, and he's right. Subscribe to Dawn. No idea what you will see. Yep, and Dawn does some good stuff, and he's right about the pictures. And you know, you guys, I know you've heard this comment before. Tanya, Thrifty Treasures, has said it, and I live by it. You can't get the big money if you don't ask for it. And how can you ask for the big money if your pictures look like a 3-year-old took them or a 5-year-old, or like you didn't care? You can't ask for the big money. It ain't going to happen. Okay, we got Ansley's got her. She put up the crazy card. SoGitThis got hers up there. Now, guys, if you're not subscribed to SoGitThis, get over there because $13.50. When she hits that mark, she's going to have a giveaway. Watch Dia's stuff. Now wait, Carla Q. Right now, Canadians can't buy, but the word is that Posh has got a headquarters now in Canada, and they're going to be setting up a Canada Posh, and eventually they're going to overcome and hopefully breach that shipping issue between Canada and the U.S. They haven't worked on any of the other international countries yet, but they did. It was in their press brief that they did open an office up in Canada. So be looking for Posh to be coming to Canada. Bougie Bear, yep, get over there and check her out. He says, I will come on in a bit. Watch for the link in MSP Auction Facebook group. So guys, if you want to get in on the chat over there, make sure you check that over there. All right. Dawn's right. Dia is a talented photographer. Go look and subscribe. You guys, you go to her Posh closet and you look at her pictures, and it's like, oh my God. So with that said, I think I'm going to call it a night. He said I will need 9 other victims. So remember, you can get 10 into a hangout. So you guys go on over there. And as Jill says, everyone wear your PJs. So I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Tough subject, but it had to be said. I hope everybody learned something. Hope you all had some fun listening to Angie snort and carry on. I know I did. And James, you want to say anything? You got a word, a little nugget you can throw out there on your way out?
Not too much. Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and hope everyone has a good 2019. All sales, so all platforms. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Angie?
Hold on, I have to text my mother.
Uh-oh.
She's trying to
Oh,
FaceTime.
your favorite person.
Uh-oh. And James said that on live mic.
Here, can y'all see me now? There you go. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope that you enjoy spending time with family and friends. And just be Jolly, jolly, jolly. And
Jolly
thank you
what?
for, I don't know,
Jolly
like,
Rancher?
no, jolly, like, I'm hearing myself. Jolly, like happy, like Santa Claus.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm built like him.
Yeah, your belly does jiggle like Santa Claus.
Yes, it does. Any nugget though? Other than that, any nugget a little nugget you want to pass on about going into the next year of business or anything, or is that it?
I just, I don't know. My nugget is because I learned from everybody else. So, if you okay, I will give you a nugget or two. Make sure if you ever need help, assistance, or anything, like Dwayne says, packing your shit right, or if you have questions on how something needs to be done, or don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help. So we're here to help each other down, not pull each other down. So pull each other up, not pull each other down. You know what I mean. I'm hungry. Bucky's is calling my name.
All right, we'll send James out to get the Bucky.
Dad said, "Go get Bucky's."
All right, and with that, guys, I'm going to say Merry Christmas. Thank you all, my subs that are here, and all you that sub to me. I love every one of you guys. And for that special Christmas, I'm going to ask God to bless you guys with a super duper Christmas blessing, exceptional health, happy life, happy family, healthy kids, prosperity like none other on Christmas Day. Remember, though, that Jesus is the reason for the season. Okay, it's his birthday. So, with that said, we'll see you guys in the next video. Rollin Picker out.
Rollin Picker out.